She is a woman for Romney. So what more will you have to say about that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Barbara Comstock.
Good morning, great to be here. Boy, if you want to get something done, ask the busiest women you know, right? And that's why we wanted you all here today, and we wanted to get these special women here for you also. I think actually I'm introducing Jean Ann first, but I'm thrilled to be here with Marsha Blackburn also. I used to work on Capitol Hill, so it's great to have women like Marsha Blackburn up there. I know whenever I meet candidates who are running, I tell them, look at Marsha's website. Look at how great she looks. Just look at everything she does and follow it and copy it. And so and I saw her, I guess it was about a month ago or earlier, about a month ago, and I said, we need to have you in Virginia because we just really appreciate all the hard work that you're doing in Congress, and so it's wonderful to have you here in our swing state since you've already put away Tennessee for us. Now, you all know Virginia is really going to be ground zero for this whole election. We're actually ground zero for the tax increases that the president wants to put on us. We're going to be one of the states that would be hardest hit by those tax increases. At the same time that we're going to be ground zero for the potentially 200,000 jobs that would be lost if the president, through his lack of leadership that he has been exhibiting so far, lets the sequestration go through and have those defense cuts. Now, we know that would be devastating for our national security, but it would also be a disaster for our national security jobs, our high-tech community, and so many of our small businesses that are very much integrated with our defense community. So this president has provided no leadership, and we've got that double whammy hitting us if we don't turn things around for November. And the reason I'm supporting Mitt Romney is because about 10 years ago, I met him when he was running the Olympics, and I saw him turn that around. And he was incredibly impressive. I was working at the Justice Department. We went out to see how the Olympics were going because after 9/11, we knew this was going to be our first big event. It was a national security event. And of course, as you all know the story, there was just an incredible turnaround there that was really his leadership, and I could see it in action. And one of the things that I also saw there was I saw he had a lot of women working with him and a lot of women in senior positions. And then he went on to be governor, and he continued that role. He had a lieutenant governor that was a woman, and actually in Massachusetts you get to pick your lieutenant governor, you don't have to run. So he went out and sought and picked a woman who was a state legislator and put her in as lieutenant governor. And then half of his cabinet were women. Now, this wasn't, a cabinet where he went around and had to pick, try and make it half women. He just went out and found the best people he could find, and that's who he found. So this is a president who really understands a president. I'm already making him president, but a President Romney. So let's get used to saying that. A President Romney will have all kinds of great women around him. I'm thrilled to have Marsha Blackburn supporting a President Romney, and we're thrilled to have all of you working so hard. You've probably seen the polls. Things are neck and neck here in Virginia, but what you do now is going to make such a big difference. If you think back to 2009, that's when I was elected with Governor McDonnell. None of us were ahead at this point in the election in 2009, right, Jean Marie? Jean Ann. But we were working very hard, and all the hard work you put in now, you see that really you'll see it in October, because that's when things break loose and when we're going to see this race take off. But all the hard work, the harder you work, the luckier we'll get come November. But we can't be just lucky. We have to turn this around this year. When you look at the 8.3% sustained unemployment, over 8% for 41 months, $4,000 less in income that our families are taking in, and 401k, remember that number. Now, that's not 401k in your retirement accounts, even though those aren't doing too great under this president. 401k, 401,000 women have lost their jobs under this president. Wow. So that's what it's been since we've started, how many women have lost their jobs. We were at the lowest rate of employment. Now, that's not by choice. Now, some of us, like we have our young moms here, they've left the workforce because they want to be able to be home, but we know how hard it is for you to be able to afford that. But we want people to be able to have the choice to be in the workforce, and when 401,000 are getting driven out, that's not a good choice, and we want to have a president like Mitt Romney who's going to provide us with those choices. So I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Jean Ann here now, whose husband, our lieutenant governor, is the job czar here in Virginia. And we have the #1 place for jobs and business here in Virginia because we've really looked at what Washington did with our current guest accepted, look at what this president did, and we did the opposite. You know, we didn't raise taxes, we lowered them. We cut spending, we kept things under control, we balanced the budget, and our job czar has been kicking butt and been out there running all over the state, making sure we have a great economy in Virginia. And at every turn, we know Jean Ann has been there, and we know how hard that is on the families. I always, you know, those of us who are out there every day, you know, we sign up for it, but it's great when we have our families there every step of the way. And Jean Ann is a great asset for us here in Virginia. So I want to welcome her here and let her give her take on all the women from it that she's been seeing all over the state. Thank you.